Welcome to Guria Concepts and Books. I am Eguriase SM Okaka presenting. Today we are going to look at a talk. In this talk, we shall find out the diversities in these issues. The topic today is marry the man who loves you and not the man the woman loves. You find out that this topic has two diversities. The man can love and the woman can love. In this case, they are going to come up with two different results, which one may be palatable and the other may not be. We are trying to look at the fact that when the man loves, it is the greatest love in the family. So at this time, we are going to look at between the man and the woman, who loves the most. Why we are talking about this is to keep the marriage relationship going on and lasting for a lifetime. In a marriage relationship, the two persons involved come from two different backgrounds. One may come from the north, the other from the east, and the other may come from the south, and the other may come from the west. We'll find out that in this case, they are coming from diverse directions, and definitely they must have diversity in culture. The one from the north may have a different cultural system or belief from the one that comes from the south. If you look at this, both of them dwelling together, there might be conflict in the home if such things are not put into consideration. So in this case, we are treating both diversities in order to strike a perfect balance in the home. Whose love should be the greatest to sustain the marriage relationship to last for a lifetime? Because marriage is not an issue that one can jump into and jump out. The institution of marriage was instituted in order that the union should last for a lifetime. So in this case, whose love in the marriage will sustain the marriage to last for a lifetime? Let us look at this biblical story. When God created the man, He created the woman also. He made the man to fall into a deep sleep, and He took one of his ribs and made the woman. Now when Adam woke up, he found the woman and declared that this is now the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of me. Now, if we look at this statement, we will see that Adam made a very romantic statement when in his declaration. And that is how every married man should have a very high affection towards his wife. Adam said, so every man should always say to his wife in a relationship. Now, when the man's love is greatest or is the greatest in a relationship, it keeps the marriage very stable and it makes the marriage to last for a very long time. The man's love is the highest love that can sustain the marriage, not the woman's love. We shall talk about that some other time. But we are saying here that if a man's love is the highest in the marriage relationship, it can sustain it for a lifetime. It can also bring peace to the home. When the man's love is the greatest in the home, it will bring peace. So the man should possess the greatest love. Even the woman will enjoy the relationship more than anyone else. In this case, that is the reason why you find out that some women's beauty began to radiate because of the peace of mind or the peaceful atmosphere that is in the home. If the opposite is the case, you'll find that the woman will keep on frowning all day long and she will look more uglier than she used to be. Look at this. A man got married to a crippled lady. What happened in this case? It was because the man's love was greater than the woman's love. In another case, there was a lady that was impregnated by another young man, but the young man denied the pregnancy. But another man came and married her. So in this case, we look at it, we said it is the man's love that was greater in this case. In another event that happened, a man approached a woman and asked her hand in marriage. But the woman said, I don't have a womb. By implication, what she is saying is that I will not be able to bear you children. And you know how important children are in the African tradition or the African home. So now in this case, the man said, I will still go ahead with the marriage. So now, let us look at some characteristics that shows that a man really loves a woman. In the first place, when a man loves a woman, he respects and adores her. On the other hand, he tends to believe anything that comes out of her. When a man always doubts his wife, it means that the love is questionable. Again, when a man loves a woman, he runs to meet her. Whenever he goes to work, he's always thinking of how to close early and come home. That is, when a man loves a woman, he does not keep late night for any reason, except some eventualities happen. In this case, when a man does not love his wife, you find out that he always comes at 11 p.m. in the night or 12 midnight in the night. This is a sign that the man does not love the woman. In addition, when a man loves his wife, he will not beat her, because he knows that she is the bone of his bone and the flesh of his flesh. When a man always beats his wife, it shows that he does not love her. He is feeling that that woman is a slave or an ass girl to him. But if a man loves his wife, he does not beat her, because he knows that if he beats her, he is beating himself. If he makes her cry, he is the one that is crying, because both of them are one flesh by marriage. I hope you understand this. So soon we have come to the end of this telecast. I hope you got something from it, because if you listen to this short talk, you will discover that you have gained one or two things from it. For further details, I will want you to go to my blog. My blog is eguriase.blogspot.com. You will never miss your way. Once you type Eguriase on Google, you will get to my blog. Eguriase is spelled as EGURIA.blogspot.com. You will find many articles that will interest you. We write for a lesson. Therefore, our articles are very didactic in nature. You will learn one or two lessons from them. I am the author of the Bowels of Mercy. I also wrote the story of the epileptic man. My recent write-up is AB and Abiba. If you go to my blog, you will get this story free of charge. Now, there are other articles like the deity in disguise, the deity in man. You will get them in my blog, and you will get more detailed story on marry the man who loves you, not the man the woman loves. You will get all this in my blog. Until you visit that blog, you will not know what we have there. Let me pass across this information. If you are writing exams in literature, whatever exam that you are writing, go to eguriase.blogspot.com. You will find good literature material from renowned authors in the world. We have African prose, we have non-African prose, we have Africa drama, we have non-Africa drama, we have Africa poetry and non-Africa poetry. These are arranged in detail for you so that you can pass your literature exam in flying colors. I remain Eguriase SM Okaka. You can call me Uncle Guria. Till we meet sometime very soon on this platform. I say bye for now. Good evening, everyone. I am Eguriase SM Okaka. I am the author of the Bowels of Mercy. I also wrote the story of the epileptic man. My latest work is titled Ebi and Ebiba. Now, there are many of my works that I want you to read. Those preparing for literature in English examinations, they will find my blog very helpful and useful to them. What you are going to find in my blog will help you pass your exams. My blog is eguria.blogspot.com. Eguria is spelled as EGURIA.blogspot.com. You will find many articles there. Renowned authors also. You will find their stories and their literary applications